What's up, guys? Blue Zerker here, and I'm coming at you again with another late night right before bed video. This will be the last one, hopefully, in this location. I'm planning on doing some moving stuff tomorrow during my off days. I'm wearing white socks, which, if anyone has been watching the channel, knows that means I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Despite that, I've been feeling a little blue today, but I'm really looking forward to just not having to deal with work. My third shift supervisor called out last night and just didn't call out to me. So I was under the impression they were coming to work, and I got there this morning and they just weren't there. Someone was cooking in their stead, which we knew was the plan for the first 30 minutes, but the fact that they never showed up and just never bothered to come in is pretty crazy. Apparently they're there tonight. I couldn't really bring myself to talk to them tonight, because if I had to go up there and work and deal with this nonsense after my 50-hour week, I think it was 55, 60, I couldn't do it. If I ended up firing them and being stuck working, or just being and they left, I would have just been stuck there working all night, and then I would have had my off days start at 7 a.m. after working 20 hours over the course of 24 hours, which would have sucked. I had a conversation with another associate who also no-showed on Sunday, but she's like a 20-year-old girl. There's just a big difference between talking to a 20-year-old girl who's dealing with her own problems and stuff, and my third shift supervisor adult. And one of the things I was telling the younger woman was about leadership and kind of how I view it, and how I think it's important for leaders to have these kind of pillars of support, especially in an establishment like a restaurant. I've got some servers that are really good, and I've got some cooks that are really good, and so it's these are the people that are supposed to be pillars that make my job a lot easier, because I have reliable, consistent people who help me get everyone onto the same page. But it's just not the case here. I feel I'm constantly I'm on a bunch of cracked pillars, and I'm trying to fix them, and it's a really slow process. They do some things really great, and then they do other stuff that really just bug the crap out of me, because the place just had no leadership for months and months and months. And I'm getting told things well, we're doing X bad, there's a bad habit. Well, we're doing X bad habit less, so you should be happy. And I'm well, I'd prefer you just not have bad habit at all. And so I don't know if I should be appreciative that they're adjusting by doing the thing less, or just mad that they're doing it at all. For instance, today, two people walked by me to go on break. I was okay, no big deal. I check my watch, it's 11 o'clock. I walk out at 11:25, and they're still sitting out there, and I'm we don't have structured 15-minute, 30-minute break, whatever, because we're a restaurant. It's just kind of chill when it's slow, and then make sure other people are okay. You just kind of take it where you can get it. But 25 minutes, 30 minutes for just a random step outside, it's not acceptable. And part of my job is just running these, chasing these people down, because they're not being cognizant of the time that they're taking, and leaving people inside to do their work for them or help customers or whatever. And that's my biggest thing is make sure that your section's good and make sure your customers are good. And the teamwork is just really lacking there. If someone sits down in their section, they just run and go find them, so the customer just sits there not knowing what's going on for several minutes. Whereas I'm someone who will set them up, get them started, get their order going, and then we can figure it out. I want people to enjoy their breaks, but I want them to be a little more structured. But so I ask them, I'm hey, they're we had a feeling you'd be coming out here soon, and it's haha, but how long have you been out here? I'm not being a jerk, but how long have you been on break? Oh, it's been 11 minutes. We've been out here for 11 minutes. And I was wrong. Yeah, I checked my watch when you passed me at 11 o'clock. It's now 11:27. It's been 27 minutes. So the fact that you think it's only been 11 minutes, really shows how non-cognizant you are of what's going on around you, because they want to go outside and get high. And it's very frustrating to have these people just be doing this, because I don't know, I'm not a big smoker. Never really been a big fan. So the fact that these people are just going out to their cars, getting high, and then losing track of time and not doing their jobs, right? These are the things that are bothering me. And these are also supposed to be my pillars, my examples, my leaders who are, setting the example for everyone below them, so I don't have to just be so all the time on. And that's what's so frustrating is I believe leadership should lead by example and should be doing these things that they care about. I'm like a structured person, and I don't spend a lot of time dilly-dallying. I stay pretty busy at work. Even like my chill break time is normally like my break is taking the trash out. Like literally like taking trash to a dumpster is what I consider like my break, because I'm not inside dealing with people, and I might check my phone for a minute, but it's literally like a minute or two. There are days where like I don't even open my pocket packs from Pokemon Pocket because I'm just working, and I'm at work, and I'm in work mode, and I can't like enjoy the thing. I'll go to the bathroom and pull a pack or something, and then I'm back to work. And so the people who will get there 30 minutes late, then want to take a 20-minute break, then they're not ready to be doing their job after they've already been late, then they take another 20-minute break, then another one, and another one, and it's just so annoying, especially when when we're slow. I kind of get it, but there's also just other things that need to be done. Like every time someone comes in and you're on break, the other person just has to cook everything themselves, and it's just not fair because you're getting paid way more than them. I have a trainee who's training right now who gets stuck cooking these orders, and I'm okay with some of it because it's really good experience and practice, but also when we start to get busy, I don't need to have to come track you down. So I just need people to be more like cognizant and aware of the things that they're doing. The no call no show from my third shift supervisor, she called the other girl who was cooking until she got there, and I guess was just like, I'm not feeling well, will you cook all night? And didn't bother communicating it to me at all. The last I knew, person was running late, gonna text me when they get there. I went to sleep, woke up, no text, no big deal, they forgot, and then I get there and they didn't even bother coming in. And that's just wild to me. I mean, this is someone who has like run this store before. And I don't understand what the thought process is. The net result is kind of the same, but we went through all these back channels because we would have been staffed. I would have let the person cook, and I would have let her have the night off. But instead of just like getting permission to do that, we just like finagled it while I was sleeping. And it really strikes me as dishonest. There's a level of just like trust that I've lost in this person, and I already don't like this person that much. They're very crass and don't know how to talk to people, and a large portion of my stress comes from this person because other people are upset about working with her. And, even just transitioning to the next shift, the people before are always upset when she's coming in because she's very harsh and doesn't know how to talk to people. It doesn't help that they're like weaker. They're not on the stronger side as far as like skills. So they always are kind of behind, but also who wants to really be pushing themselves for someone who's going to be so disrespectful when they do show up? And just rude, just flat out rude. I've talked to like a higher up about this person before, and it's like, yeah, I don't want them managing a store because they don't have what they consider, the people's personing skills to be a manager. So yeah, that being said, that was kind of the first part of my day. And then when I was about to leave, really excited, going to get out of there really early, like 2:15, 2:30, I've got all my bull crap done that I needed to do. And the power goes out. The power went out right at like 2:02, which is when I put all my reports in and do all these other things. And the power goes out, and I have to like contact people, figure out what's going on. We have to do all this stuff. I get stuck there an hour, and then the power comes back on, which is good because I was going to have to come back, and I really didn't want to have to go back. But it just delayed me like an hour. Like I literally was there sitting there trying to figure out what the protocol was for, having no power, because we don't shut down. We just have like limited menu, but I have to like put out certain menus, and I have to like keep the doors propped because the hood vent doesn't work anymore and the place gets really smoky, and like for some reason the toilet water wouldn't stop flushing. I don't know what like it was just whoosh, whooshing, whooshing, which is like my first sign that something weird was going on. I was like, of course, right before I'm off, because I still have to be on call and talk to people. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, so that happened. Then I hurt my leg yesterday when I was roller skating. I fell and I landed on my speaker and I got like a bruise. And so today when I was working on the truck, it was really bothering me. So I skipped legs at the gym, but I went roller skating because it was like a lower impact thing, and that was okay. After that, I went to go get my Switch repaired, and so I spent $20 on a new battery and $20 for this person to replace the battery, and then I got another error. So I spent $40, so now I can look at the fact that my battery is broken. And then, so I let the Switch die. so that I could like charge it with the new battery, and maybe that would help with the error code with a reset, and it didn't. So I'm actually just down $40, which is really frustrating. Like, I was leaving and they were like, at least the battery's fixed, and I'm like, cool, so I can stare at an error screen, like, there's something about diagnostic stuff and like paying for it and like expecting it to be correct or right, and then it just not being so, it's so infuriating. It's like working on a car, how you have to kind of start at the cheapest solution, but like I'm literally out $40, and sunk cost fallacy. Like, I don't want to spend any more money on this thing, on getting my Switch fixed, even though there's some stuff I've really been wanting to play. I could go to another place they recommended that could like maybe do the fix I wanted, but now we're looking at $100 more. And I don't want to have spent $140 to repair it, especially when I think I'm going to end up getting Switch 2 when it comes out. But yeah, I'm really excited for my off days. I've been feeling a little blue. I guess people around me have too, because I've been having way too many conversations of giving like advice to younger people who are dealing with stuff. But it's nice because I was in their shoes once, and I feel like I'm on the other side, and I'm able to give pretty solid advice when it comes to certain things. Like I was talking about yesterday, I pretty much gave the same advice about, taking care of oneself before they can take care of others, and being right with oneself, especially to be in like a relationship. I had a girl, the young woman today, who was telling me about what was going on and why she no-call no-showed. And she was like, I don't feel like I'm good enough for my partner. And I'm like, you're not good enough for yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself the way you need to be taking care of yourself, then you're not going to be able to support another person, and that's just, I can get deeper on that, but it's already like way past 10 minutes actually. So thank you for watching. If you're feeling blue or down, I'm sorry to hear that. Some of those things just have to be felt, but otherwise, let's figure out something and see what's going wrong. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm clearly tired. I don't think I've ever yawned on one of these, so I'm going to get in this bed and do some rearranging at work tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Good night. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you.